When national media demanded Alabama pay $67 million to fire Kalen DeBoer, everyone assumed Tuscaloosa was falling apart. A sixth-place SEC prediction only deepened the panic. But while critics celebrated the fall of a dynasty, something shifted inside the Crimson Tide facility. DeBoer didn't argue. He closed the doors. What happened next wasn't a desperate coach fighting for his job, but a calculated counteroffensive that the rest of the conference completely missed. Before we move forward, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Did the SEC just fall into a trap? The noise surrounding Alabama football has reached a fever pitch. But beneath the sensational headlines lies a calculated reality that few sports talk shows are willing to dissect. When ESPN's Stephen A. Smith stood before a national television audience on First Take and suggested that Alabama should simply pay Kalen DeBoer's massive $67 million buyout and let him walk, it wasn't just ordinary sports banter. It was a direct, targeted assault on the stability of a college football powerhouse. But why would a major network push such a drastic, financially absurd narrative right as fall camp approaches? Could there be a deliberate effort by national commentators to manufacture internal chaos in Tuscaloosa before a single official snap is played in 2026? To truly comprehend what is transpiring behind closed doors, one must look at the official SEC Media Days voting results published across major outlets like Saturday Down South, CBS Sports, and the Tuscaloosa News. The media projected the Crimson Tide to finish sixth in the conference, gathering just 1,930 points. For a fan base accustomed to total dominance under Nick Saban, this projection felt like an unprecedented public humiliation. But is a sixth-place finish a genuine reflection of declining talent, or is it the ultimate strategic weapon handed directly to Kalen DeBoer on a silver platter? When you study the history of elite championship programs, external disrespect is consistently proven to be the most potent psychological fuel a locker room can consume. For 2 decades, Saban famously manufactured perceived disrespect, what he called rat poison, to keep his roster hungry, searching for any minor criticism to construct an unyielding siege mentality. Now, without DeBoer having to manufacture a single word, the national media has handed him a massive, undeniable narrative gift. Why are rival fan bases in Athens and Knoxville celebrating a preseason poll when history proves that an enraged, disrespected Crimson Tide roster is the most dangerous entity in collegiate athletics? Consider the brutal assessment offered by former Alabama national champion running back Damien Harris during his featured appearances on CBS Sports. Harris openly questioned DeBoer's posture at the podium, claiming the head coach failed to project the uncompromising, terrifying standard that defined the program for nearly 20 years. When a respected former player echoes the doubts of national shock jocks, the pressure inside the Mal M. Moore athletic facility becomes almost suffocating. Yet while television studios debated his leadership capabilities and career longevity, what was DeBoer actually doing behind closed doors? Instead of engaging in an emotional public debate or making sweeping promises to quiet the press, DeBoer made the strategic decision to maintain total operational silence. He allowed the noise to dominate the news cycle, drawing all external scrutiny directly onto himself, while his staff executed quiet maneuvers in total isolation. Investigative reports from Bama Central and Touchdown Alabama confirm that while commentators argued over contract clauses, the coaching staff was finalizing critical additions to both the roster and the support staff. Was this passive demeanor evidence of a coach overwhelmed by expectations? Or was it the calculated calm of a strategist executing a multi-phase takeover? The central focus of this off-season strategy begins at the most fiercely debated position in the entire sport, the starting quarterback job. The media continues to demand a public declaration regarding the intense battle between veteran passer Austin Mack and five-star prodigy Keelon Russell. Observers noted DeBoer's refusal to name a starter during his SEC Media Days podium time, interpreting his cautious answers as hesitation or internal confusion. But why would any elite offensive mind reveal his tactical blueprint to rival defensive coordinators weeks before fall camp even gets underway? By maintaining a tight lid on the quarterback competition, DeBoer forces every defensive coordinator on Alabama's schedule to spend valuable preparation time building two completely different defensive game plans. Austin Mack offers high-level system comprehension, rhythm passing, and pocket poise, whereas Keelon Russell possesses explosive, game-breaking arm talent and dynamic mobility that can completely break modern defensive structures. Isn't keeping opposing coaches in a perpetual state of guesswork the exact competitive edge Alabama needs when navigating a brutal conference schedule? Furthermore, this national fixation on the quarterback position conceals a much larger, far more violent, physical transformation occurring along the line of scrimmage. Last season, Alabama's primary vulnerability was an inconsistent, soft, rushing attack that struggled to impose its will during physical fourth-quarter SEC matchups. To permanently repair this structural flaw, DeBoer made a high-stakes hire that received remarkably little deep analysis from national networks, hiring former NFL lineman and veteran assistant Adrian Klemm as offensive line coach. Why is the national media ignoring a coaching hire that directly addresses the program's most glaring physical weakness? Klemm arrived in Tuscaloosa with an uncompromising, heavy-handed philosophy engineered to bring raw hostility back to the offensive trenches. Paired with the transfer addition of tight end Josh Ford from Oklahoma State, a proven blocking weapon at the point of attack, Alabama is quietly assembling a front unit built for trench warfare. While television personalities debate social media quotes, Klemm has been working with 11 new offensive linemen to rebuild the program's physical DNA from scratch. Could this return to old school, punishing run blocking be the exact tactical surprise that catches the rest of the conference totally unprepared? The defensive side of the ball presents an equally fascinating picture of hidden progression taking place beneath the radar of public skepticism. Sports journalism outlets spent weeks emphasizing the departure of veteran linebackers Deontay Lawson and Nikhai Hill-Green, framing their absence as a catastrophic blow to the middle of the defense. Yet specialized recruiting networks like 247 Sports and Tide Illustrated recently highlighted the rapid rise of versatile young linebacker Caleb Woodson, alongside a major recruiting heist that rattled rival athletic departments across the Southeast. How did Alabama manage to pull off high-level recruiting wins while mainstream media proclaimed the program was entering a death spiral? Just as critics declared that Alabama's recruiting magnetism had vanished post-Saban, DeBoer and his defensive staff secured the commitment of four-star blue-chip defender Tysir Young, snatching him away from programs like Georgia, Ohio State, and Miami. This commitment sent a shockwave through the recruiting landscape, proving that elite high school talent and future NFL draft picks see through media hysteria. The players being evaluated by professional scouts recognize the elite facility investments, high-level NFL development frameworks, and tactical brilliance being established in Tuscaloosa. If the program is truly collapsing, why are top-tier defensive stars actively choosing Alabama over reigning national contenders? To understand the full magnitude of what is being built, one must analyze the upcoming schedule, specifically the impending clash against Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia enters the season as the media darling, praised endlessly for their relentless roster depth and physical identity. During his own media availability, Smart repeatedly emphasized trench toughness and culture, drawing subtle, deliberate contrasts to Alabama's recent coaching transition. But is Georgia being set up for a massive trap by an over-eager media apparatus that has already crowned them as untouchable? Kalen DeBoer has repeatedly demonstrated throughout his head coaching career that he thrives when operating as a big-game underdog. His high-profile victories over elite coaching minds like Steve Sarkisian, Dan Lanning, and Kirby Smart himself prove that he possesses elite big-game play-calling acumen when given time to prepare. The media treats DeBoer's $67 million buyout as a sign of vulnerability. But inside the university administration, it represents an ironclad financial vote of confidence. Why are media analysts assuming DeBoer is on a hot seat when his contract structure proves the school leadership is fully committed to his long-term vision? The narrative surrounding wide receiver Ryan Williams adds another layer of explosive potential to this revamped offensive unit. After an off-season dedicated to physical maturation and route-running precision, Williams enters 2026 focused on solidifying his rank as the premier wideout in college football ahead of his future NFL draft declaration. When an explosive, game-breaking weapon like Williams is paired with an upgraded physical offensive line and a dual-threat quarterback dynamic, the offensive ceiling becomes a nightmare for defensive coordinators. Can any secondary in the country truly hold up against an attack that fuses vertical speed with newfound interior power? The reality of Alabama football in 2026 cannot be measured by sensational TV rants, manufactured panic, or preseason media polls. The truth is found in the silent work taking place in the film rooms, weight rooms, and practice fields of Tuscaloosa where cameras aren't allowed. The national press craves a crisis because conflict generates ratings, and rival fan bases have waited nearly 2 decades to celebrate the fall of an empire. But what if their eagerness to write Alabama's obituary has made them completely blind to the construction of a new monster? As fall camp officially begins, the Crimson Tide is operating with a psychological dynamic they haven't possessed in over 15 years, a total absence of entitlement paired with a collective burning desire to prove the world wrong. The 6th-place SEC prediction is no longer just a poll. It is a permanent motivational plaque posted on every wall inside the facility. Kalen DeBoer didn't panic when the national media came hunting. He let the storm rage outside, used it to filter out the noise, and built a brotherhood behind closed doors. Now, the stage is set for a season that will redefine the power structure of college football. The critics have made their predictions, the talk shows have aired their debates, and the $67 million question has been broadcast to millions. But when the whistle blows and the ball is kicked off, media narratives evaporate, leaving only physical toughness, execution, and tactical intellect to determine the winner. Did the media uncover a genuine collapse in Tuscaloosa, or did they accidentally unleash the most dangerous championship run in Alabama history? The answer will be delivered on the field, and the rest of the college football world may not be ready for what is about to walk out of those closed doors. Make sure to subscribe to the channel right now, turn on all notifications, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Kalen DeBoer will shock the world this season? Or is the media right about the Crimson Tide? Share this video with every Alabama fan you know and stay tuned because the real story is just beginning. Roll Tide.